Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Rickie and I'm a competitive ballroom dancer and dance sport makeup artist. Today I have another makeup tutorial for you guys, and this makeup tutorial is actually going to be inspired by old Hollywood Glamour. So not super intense, but obviously still suited to go on the competition, whether you're dancing ballroom or Latin. But it is going to be a little bit more of a soft glam rather than something really intense and in your face. If you're wondering about my hair, I am going to insert a video right here of my finished hairstyle, and I did make a tutorial on this. So if you want to see how I did my hair for this video, go ahead, click the link in my bio because it will already be uploaded and you can check that out. Now without any further ado, let's get started with the makeup. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, as always, I'm always gonna do my eyes before my face, and before I can do my eyes, I'm going to fill in my eyebrows and carve them out. I'm actually gonna do this off camera, but I will be right back, ready to start the eyeshadow. All right, I'm back and I filled in my eyebrows and I also carved them out with the P.Louise Base Pro in the shade 02. And I have a little bit of extra on my hand, so I'm just gonna use this to prime my eyes as well. Just take a little bit on the brush and put it all over the lid. And then going over top that with my Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH08 brush, this has no product on it, I'm just kind of buffing it out so there's no harsh lines. Okay, right before we go in with the eyeshadow, I always like to do the brow bone highlight, and today I'm going to be using a MAC pigment in the shade Vanilla. Really pretty reflect of kind of goldeny but not too golden. And I'm just gonna take what is in the cap of this on my Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH42 brush, a teeny tiny detail brush. Now going in with just a little bit of Scotch tape, I'm gonna tape the outside of my eyes so it has a nice sharp edge when we take it off. Always put it on the back of your hand first, at least once, sometimes even twice, and then put it on your eye. If you put it on your eye right away, when you take it off, if you have any sort of sensitive skin, it is gonna make it red and can make it very irritated. So make sure you do this first. Going in with my trusty Jaclyn Hill palette, as you can see, this has got some use out of it. I feel like this palette has all the colors that we're gonna need for this look, so I'm gonna try to stay just with this palette. First, on my Morphe M441 Big Fluffy Blending Brush, I'm just gonna mix these two shades together here because they're very similar, and I'm just gonna put that right in the middle of my crease from inner corner to outer corner. Alright, keeping with the same brush, I'm going to go into this light shade right here in the corner, this kind of light orange shade. And I'm just going to do the same thing, put it in the crease from the inner corner to the outer corner just to warm it up a little bit. And make sure when you're on the outer edge that you touch it all the way to the tape, or else it's not going to be a crisp line when we take the tape off. I'm going in with my Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH35 brush. This is similar to the last brush we used, but much smaller. Now we're going to go in with this shade right here, and I'm going to mix it just with a tiny bit of this shade. I'm going to put it in the same spot, basically right in the middle of my crease. I'm going to start with the outer 1/3 and then slowly bring it in to the inner half. Alright, now going with my Morphe M433 brush. This is an even smaller version. It's the same thing as my MAC 217. I use these interchangeably, but I always use this with the brown shadows. We're gonna use these two shadows, brown shadows right here. This one is a little bit warmer chocolatey color, and this is a little bit deeper. And I'm gonna keep this one right in the outer 1/3. I'm not gonna bring it all the way across. Should look something like that, and we're just going to do the same on the other side. For this, I'm going to take the two shades on my brush. I'm going to tap off the excess, and first I'm going to kind of place it in the outer corner slash outer V, kind of patting a little bit, and then I'm going to slowly start to blend it upwards towards the corner of the tape and into the crease. And then when there's less and less on my brush, I bring it just a little bit more towards the middle, just so there's an even blend from the outside closer into the inner corner. Alright, now at this point I'm going to take the same brush with the same shadows with just a little bit of eyeshadows on the brush, and I'm going to go right underneath on my lower lash line, just on the outer 1/3, and connect it from my lower lash line to out here where we're going to have a wing. Alright, now we're going to add just a little bit of black. Now I'm using my MAC 217 brush, and I'm going in with the black shade in the palette. I'm just going to put a little bit on the tip of my brush, because you always want to start with a little bit and then build up from there. Now just with this little tap on my brush, I'm going to basically do the same thing as I did with the last brown shadows. I'm going to start in the outer V, and I'm going to pat it down a little bit, and then when there's less product on my brush, slowly buff it out and keep it on the outer 1/3 of my eye. And then I'm going to go back in with my Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH35 brush. Then we had some of the brown orange shades on, and I'm just going to go right over where I put that black, just to have a little bit more of a seamless blend in between the darker colors all the way up to the highlight shade, and just keep switching back and forth between the black and the browns. Taking just a little bit more of that black, tapping off the excess and going along the lower lash line, just on the outer 1/3, and connecting the lower lash line to the upper lash line. Now it's time for my favorite part, which is the pigment. And today we're going to be using the Peaches and Cream pigment in the shade Gatsby. This is what it looks like in the cap. Hopefully you can see it. I'm just gonna start with whatever's in the cap. And before I lay that down, I'm going to go in with the Peaches and Cream glitter base. Just put a tad bit of it on the back of my hand, and my Morphe M434 brush, and I'm just going to take a little bit on the tip of my brush, swirl it around so it gets coated, and then I'm going to place that basically where it's blank so far. So I'm going to pat it right here on the inner corner, then I'm going to bring it up just a little bit softly, and then we're going to fade it into the black. Alright, now quickly, I'm going to use the same brush, but I'm just going to wipe it off on a towel first so it's not as sticky as it is with the shadow base on it. Now going back in with my MAC 217, before I put any additional product on it, this is what we use for the black eyeshadow. I'm just going to go over the black eyeshadow where I just put it to make sure it doesn't get covered by the gold. And before we take off the tape, the last thing we're going to do is throw in some eyeliner. I'm going to be using the Kat Von D tattoo liner as I always do. I swear this is the best and easiest pen liner there is. It's super black, it's very easy to use, very beginner friendly, and it creates a very, very sharp line, and you don't have to go over it more than once. Now it's time to go in with my lashes. Usually I will use the Intoxicating Lashes by Flutter Lashes. They look like this. Or I'll use the Sprinkle Lashes, but these ones are already old. I don't want to use these. So I'm going to use some lashes I got off of Amazon. These are random lashes. They were super cheap, but they're actually very full and fluffy and good for competition in my opinion. I have this pair here that's already chopped to fit my eye, so I'm going to use the bottom pair. I'm going to throw those on, and then we're going to continue. Okay, lashes are on. I love the way these lashes look. Now that the top of my eyes are done, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do my face makeup. I'm gonna speed through this, and then we're gonna catch up for the lower lash line, lips, and then we'll be done. Okay, so the face makeup is done. Now we're going to finish the lower lash line, do highlight lips, and then we are done. So first thing, I'm going to take my Inglot gel liner in shade 77. It's just their black liner. And I'm going to take that on an e.l.f. small ankle brush, just like this, and I'm going to put it in my waterline from the outer corner to the inner corner. I'm also smudging it down right into my lash line so there's not a gap between my waterline and my lower lash eyeshadow. Okay, so now from here you have a few options. You could totally finish the eyes and leave it like this and just do the lips and you're done. You could blow out the lower lash line a little bit more, or you could add a white eyeliner here, or you could do a glitter eyeliner on the inner corner. I'm gonna take it a few steps further because I'm extra and that's what I like to do. And I'm gonna blow out the lower lash line more on the outside with some of the browns that we did on the top. And then I'm gonna add cat eyeliner on the inner corner, and then I'm gonna underline it with the gold glitter. But you don't have to do any of that. You could just leave it like this if you want. Obviously, it's completely up to you, whatever your preference is. So first, to blow out the lower lash line, on the outer one half of your eye, I'm gonna take the Morphe E18 brush. And first, I'm just gonna start with this shade right here. And we're just gonna glide it right across the outside of where this eye is and drag it down just a little bit. Go back in with my tattoo liner by Kat Von D. I'm gonna do the cat eyeliner on the inner corner of both eyes with the black. Now the last step that you can choose to do or not, I'm gonna take this gold glitter by Urban Decay. This is in the shade Midnight Cowboy, and I'm gonna outline the black cat eyeliner that I just did on the inner corner. So I'm gonna connect the pigment from the top, I'm gonna bring it down, and then underneath the black on the lower lash line. Alright, now just do your lower lash mascara and you are done with the eyes. Or if you want, you can put on falsies on the bottom. I would do that, but I don't have any false bottom lashes, so I'm just gonna use mascara. Now we're going to move on to highlighter. Today I am using the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics highlighter palette. This is the Flash palette, and I'm going to be using a mix of these two shades right here, and I'm going to take that on my Morphe R12 fan brush. Obviously you can do whatever lipstick that you want with this look, but I'm going to do red lipstick. This is American Doll Liquid Lipstick by Anastasia Beverly Hills. On top of that, I'm going to go in with my MAC Mineralized Glass Lip Gloss in the shade Wake Up. This is just bright red lip gloss. Alright, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to change my earrings, put some stones in my hair, and it will be the completed look. Alright you guys, this is the finished look. Hair and makeup done, earrings and stones in. This is a look I would definitely use on the competition, and it's very easy to change whatever pigment you want to put on the lid. Maybe something to match your dress, or you could do silver, you could do something more of a champagne. This is a very pale gold, you could do more of a bright yellow gold. Lots of combinations you can do with this look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you want to see next from me down below. If you want to check out how I did this hairstyle by myself, click the link in the description box and it'll take you right to the video of how to do this hairstyle. And other than that, if you want to check out my other work, make sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at RickieT.Beauty, where I post all my photos and videos and short clips of my tutorials from here on YouTube. I have all my clients' work on there, and if you ever want to book me for a competition, I always put all my bookings and dates and comps I'm going to be at that I'm taking clients, and maybe I could do your makeup. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great night or day wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!